We're so back. We're so back. What's up, duelists? We're so back. This weekend was crazy. I don't even know how many players entered this event, but there was a lot. And we're going to get into it here in a second. But we're just going to do a little bit of preamble, I guess. I got to plug my phone in. Boy's about to die, and I know you guys need to hear it ringing during the stream, right? Oh my god, I'm a mess. I just got back into town, not from Nats, but if I had been at Nats, would have been over. Would have been over for everyone. Of course, the classic. If I was at Nats, I would have got first place, but thankfully for everyone who went, I decided not to go, of course. What's up, Suchi? How you doing? Welcome in. I'm gonna fucking tweet out that I'm live, I guess. How do I do that? Oh, share. That's right. Live now with Nats Ultimate Time Wizard Recap. Share link. Okay, cool. We out here. All right. Enraged Peacock, you recognize one of them fellas in the top 8? Yes. I actually recognize quite a few. Shout out Enraged Peacock for being the top 8 Diva Hero player. Welcome in, duelists. Welcome in. Good stuff. Just order your Swagger Assault Mode deck. Yeah, after he beat up a bunch of people in some side events with it. He's actually going to be here tomorrow. Maybe I can recruit him for a video. Who knows? We'll see. He's been grinding. I think over the weekend he went 31-4-1 in side event record. He went 7-1-1 in the 7-1-1 in the. Hold on. Am I tripping right now? Am I tripping? What's going on here? What the heck? There was just 2 bugs on my phone. There was 2 bugs. Where did they come from? What's up, Totagon? What am I asking? Finally have something to your name instead of just a chatter. I mean, that's a pretty big thing to your name. You top 8'd the biggest Edison event in recent history. Why was there 2 bugs on my phone? Where are these bugs coming from? What is going on? Why are there bugs? Anyway. Alright. Back to things. Yeah, pretty big event. Edison format. Pretty big Edison format event. What happened this weekend? I don't even know how many players entered. I think it was like 500 or something like that. Does someone know the exact number? Does anyone know the exact number? Almost 500? A little over 500? Something like that? I know the capacity was 512. That was like what they capped it at. So, yeah, these were the standings after Swiss too. Also, the Frog Monarch player got first place. Hector, aka HT19, got second place. So that was your first and second place players. Yeah, today we're going to be focusing mostly on the Amarillis decks, but we're going to look at the Glad deck, and we might look at Enraged Peacock's deck as well, the Diva Hero deck, if we get to it. I'm sure HT19 is going to post his deck list. It was a 9-round win a mat for you. Yeah, that's very unfortunate. It's unfortunate that top 8 only gets a mat. That's fucking insane. Top 8 cut for 450 players. You were no longer mad about it. I think it was more than 450 Totagon. I don't really care that it's top 8 cut. I do care that there's no prizing for top 8. It actually only paid out to top 3. So it was more of a top 3 cut, really. Like, I do not give a shit what people say. A hamster mat is not a prize for top 8ing an event of this caliber. It's just not a prize. It's the same. Like, you can go 3-0 in a side event for that. You could win 3 mats, like, doing the same thing. Yeah. Same map for an 8-man pod, yeah. Really stupid. Not mentioning the frog build today. I don't think there's much to mention. I think it's like the same as the it's the same as the Euro list, but with like monarchs in it. It looks like a mix between like the frog monarch build that did well at RBT and the Euro list with Death Frogs. It just cut the hero stuff and added the Death Frog stuff. There was an X-Saber who had an X1 record till round 8. Anyone know who it was? There were a lot of X1 and 1s that didn't make top cut. I know Swagger also was X1 and 1 and didn't make top cut. That's just how it goes. There was a lot of stuff. So yeah, we're gonna get into it here shortly, but just want to make sure everyone is in. Is this the final standings after top 8? No, this is the final standings after Swiss. First place was the Frog Monarch. Second place was Hector with Black Wings. Third place, I believe, was Richard with Vayu Turbo. And fourth place, I believe, was Michael Donald King with Gladiator Beast. Fourth place is the worst place to place because it is the highest placement you can get while not getting a prize that's worth anything. So he went essentially, I think, like 10-0 or some shit like that. Or like fucking 11-0 and didn't get a prize. Which is insane. Like, think about that. Think about that. Now, if you had gotten top 4 at an RBT, I don't know. You still can. There's RBT Maryland and RBT New York coming up. Check the description below. I think today we're going to talk mostly about Amarillis, because I think that's kind of a big story, is that 2 Amarillis were in top 8. That's pretty big. There was more Amarillis in top 8 than there were Vayu Turbo in top 8. There was more Amarillis than there were Frog decks in top 8. There was more Amarillis than there was anything but Black Wings. Like, Amarillis and Black Wings were the 2 most top decks, which is that's pretty big. I mean, like, that's impressive from Amarillis. Like, I rank Amarillis really, really highly. Like, in my last 2 tier lists, I had it ranked in the top tier. I do think it is a top tier deck. But no, Amarillis looking really solid here. Jules Martin says you really thought Black Wings were finally going to take down a major. What do you mean? Black Wings won the last 2 majors. What are you talking about? What do you mean finally? What are you talking about? Hector literally won the last major with Black Wings. Should react to the GB list. We will take a look at it. One Amarillis player played Reasoning, Dasher, Stratos, and was sauced. That's crazy. What the fuck? I was about to get into it and be like, yo, I wonder if he played a similar list to my hero Amarillis list, because I have a hero Amarillis list. And I was curious, like, oh, maybe he played a similar list to me. Because I have a hero Amarillis list. And, you know, maybe that's it. But I do not play Reasoning or Dasher. So, apparently it was very, very different. Jules Martin says, Ultimate Time Wizard, you should have said. I mean, what's the difference between Ultimate Time Wizard and RBT? Other than more casuals go to an Ultimate Time Wizard. Oh, shit. No, I'm just kidding. He stacked Titanial for Plague and drew it with Dasher for free. It was lit. That's really smart. That's really cool. Okay, yeah, let's talk about Amarillis. Well, first things first, if we're going to talk about Amarillis, we got to talk about Lil Man Yu-Gi-Oh! Because he posts a lot about Amarillis, and he uploaded one of the 2 Amarillis deck profiles. So, if you guys get a moment, make sure and go subscribe to Lil Man Yu-Gi-Oh! He's almost at 1,000, and once he gets to 1,000, he can start earning on his videos. So, help Lil Man Yu-Gi-Oh! Get to 1,000, because he always does coverage for specifically this deck. He's like a very specific in this category for this deck, basically. He's one of the ones who first topped with the deck after Carpath, and he's been like kind of on his like 42 card like train for a while. Thinks that that's like the best way to play the deck, because I don't really know why, but yeah, they're really cool people. So help him get to 1,000. This is my boy. We're gonna go ahead and skim through the list. Shout out to this player. This is, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, does it say his name? Why does it not say his name in the title? All right. Lil Man Yu-Gi-Oh! Put the name of the player in the title. What? What? Put the name of the player in the title. All right, anyway. He was playing triple Gravy Rose? I don't fucking know. We're just going to watch it. Let's see if he covers it very nicely. All right, we're gonna skim through this real quick. Should be like 2.5 minutes, and we're gonna put it together. Playback speed, 2x. We're gonna put it together on Dueling Book. So 3 Amarillis, 3 Titanial Ultimates, 2 Champion Pack, 2 Ultimate Dandelion, 1 Gravity Rose. Oh, so just 1 Gravity Rose. Can't really tell because he's blinged out of his fucking mind. This guy's got the max rarity stuff. All right, I believe this is Pavinci. I could be wrong. I think this is a duelist who we have seen in multiple 8-mans here on the channel before. A duelist who comes to play. I believe. I could be wrong. Anyone want to correct me on that? Anyone want to give me the player's name? I don't have sound on because I don't want like feedback going into the mic. So, but we are gonna build this deck real quick. What is this heinous Jackson Dragon list? Okay, hold it. We're gonna go Nats top 8 Amarillis. Player's name is Will Farr. We're watching the stream right now. Oh, hell yeah, okay. Will Farr. So shout out Will Farr. Congratulations to Will Farr for getting top 8. We're going to rename this deck. We're going to name this Amarillis. I'm super funny. I'm hilarious. Alright. Whatever. Play 3 of this. Titanial. Alright. Lone Fire. Dandy. And he plays the Gravity Rose. I know, how am I feeling about GB after their top 4? I don't know. I need to see the list. I still think that GB is a tricky deck to play because it's mid. But Secutor is broken as fuck. So, I don't know. If he's not playing Secutor, I don't know how he topped out. Was the Frog deck a hero variant or an OG build? It was neither. It was actually a Death's Frog Fishborg Blaster salvage variant that got first place at the tournament. It looked a lot like the Nats list, but they added Caius. It's basically exactly like, or the UK Nats list. It's basically exactly the UK Nats list, but it had Caius in it. All right, much love, Enraged Peacock. If we end up going over your deck, don't forget to check the VOD. But congratulations on your top 8. I'm very proud of you, man. Well deserved. You've been grinding like crazy, so good shit. All right, moving on. Where were we? Oh, deck profile, yes. In the meantime, all right. He's talking about the plants. It says, please buy out Gravity Rose. I don't really know about that one. I don't think Gravity Rose is that good. I'm going to be honest. I don't think it's like much worse than Botanical Lion. They're kind of just the same. Oh, 2 Lila, 1 Raikou. I wonder who made that change. It was me. All right, Debris Dragon. Lila. Raikou. I wonder why we cut Raikou down to 1. I'm probably assuming it's because this card is not good in multiples. I'm assuming. He's saying that right now. I'm assuming that's what he's saying. All right, we got 1 Necro, 1 Card Trooper, and 1 card I can't see. It's probably a Plague. I'm assuming. Hold on. 1 Necro, 1 Card Trooper, and yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is. What ifs? Yeah, Card Trooper. No Gores. Okay, that's a big one for me. What was it? It was Necro. Why is this not in order? Necro. Gardena. Trooper. Plague. Okay, this monster list, on first reaction, looks fine. It has a good number of normal summons. I actually think this is the perfect number of normal summons between like these 6 and the 2 Lone Fire. I think this is the perfect number of normal summons. I actually think going over this slows the deck down considerably, and it conflicts heavily with like the Miracle Fertilizer and the Hidden Armories. So I actually think this is a good number of normal summons. You could also go down on a Lila. Like realistically, depending on your list, you could get away with cutting a Lila here and also not playing the Grab Rose because I don't think Grab Rose is that good of a card. The reason I don't think Grab Rose is that good of a card is because you have to have a plant in your hand. And if you have plants in your hand, that means your hand is not very good. So you have to have a not very good card or hand for this card to not be very good. Which is not where you want to be, ever, realistically. But who knows? All right, triple trade-in, of course. It's the best card in the deck. I'm assuming. That's why he plays 3. Triple Hidden Armory, DDR Mark the Rose. So he's playing the Card Path Hidden Armory package. I think Hidden Armory is really cool. What's up, Ungo? Long time no see. We're going over the top 8 Amarillis list right now. So this is the same thing we saw in Card Path's top 8 list from multiple years ago now at this point, which is kind of crazy, kind of different, kind of silly with it. All right, what else you got? Spell cards, let's see them. Let's see the miracles. Double miracles, cool. What else? Charge, Foolish, best card in the deck. Yeah, he's probably saying that. Heavy Storm, Typhoon, Brain Control, and Book of Moon. All right, I like this. I like this. I don't like 2 Miracle. I like 3. I think it's like the best card in the deck. But he played only 2, and it worked out for him. Heavy Storm, Typhoon. Both good. He played Foolish, Charge. I think Foolish and Charge might be like the best cards in the deck. It's like Foolish, Charge, and then Trade In. Like those 5 are your power spells. And that's why I think the other top 8 player played Heroes. Because it gives you Future Fusion, which is basically just another Foolish. So it gives you a 6th power spell, and it increases your percentages of opening a power spell by a significant amount. Not only because Future Fusion alone adds to the power spell count, but it also means that when you trade in, you have yet another power spell you can draw into going first, which is like really broken. And that's why I played it at the World Series of Edison. Why is Gravity Rose being played? So basically, I'm assuming he plays Gravity Rose so that he can send Dandelion or one of these 2. It's just a plant. It's like fine. I don't know if it's better than Botanical Lion, but if it sticks around, it does have a little bit of upside over the Botanical Lion. The big difference is like you can't set it like instead of walling Brain Control like Botanical Lion does, Brain Control, Mind Control, instead of blanking it, it actually dies to it, so it's like worse. You have to have a plant in hand for it to stay past your end phase, which is not very good. It does improve your odds into deck dev, which actually hurts this deck more than you'd think it does. Generally speaking, I mean, this list looks pretty resilient to deck dev with only 1 Raikou and no Sangan and no like Trag, I guess, or no second debris, no quick draw, that sort of thing. But in a way, it's kind of weak to deck dev because if you don't, it like cuts off 4 of the plants you could have in hand to reveal to it. So it's like not great. What's up, Mr. Tag? How you doing? We're doing great today. This last weekend was the Ultimate Time Wizard, Nationals Ultimate Time Wizard, which is pretty big. And as you can see here, this was the standings after Swiss. There were 6 different decks in top 8, 7 if you factor hybrid Blackwings and Blackwings being different decks. So very diverse top 8. And 2 Amarillis being the most represented deck in top 8, which is actually crazy to think that Amarillis is the most represented deck in top 8 at the biggest Edison tournament of the ever. Anyway, he plays Book of Moon. I don't know why he plays Book of Moon, but it's probably just like another out to like random bullshit game 1. Probably just like out Christia, extra summon stop. I know he was playing Bottomless in his list too, if I remember correctly. So yeah, the rest of the list. Oh, he's got Brain Control in the main. Some people cut that card. Double Bottomless. So triple Phoenix Wing, double Bottomless. I do like keeping Brain in the main. It's like really good versus Black Wings. Yeah, Phoenix Wing and double Bottomless. And then I think he was playing Mirror Force and Torrential. Was he playing Dust Shoe too? I don't fucking remember. Anyway, what else were you playing? Let's see him. Mirror Force and Torrential. All right, 41 cards. So first things first, get it out of the way. I think 41 cards is bad. I just think it's bad. Like, I'm looking at this list, I'm like, okay, cut the book. Like, what? Like, play a 40 card deck for, I don't know, man. Maybe there's a reason to have the extra book. It obviously didn't matter for him that much. Maybe he had a champion pack 1 he wanted to flex. This guy is gonna get hidden on the channel. Alright. Yeah. I don't know. Just cut the book. Or like cut a Wind Blast. You don't need 3. Is book mandatory in GB? Why are you asking? Does this look like Gladiator Beast? All right. Yeah. I don't really know about that. All right. Let's see the sideboard. Main deck looks interesting though. Doesn't look bad. He has all the best cards, except like Future Fusion, but you have to like alter your deck quite a bit to play it. I think it's sick that his deck is max rarity. He ran advanced calculations our peanut brain couldn't begin to comprehend. I think he just got lucky. All right, double consecrated. Love that for him. That's kind of what I was looking for. All right, sideboard time. 2 DD Crow, 2 Cyber Dragon. I mean, this is just fucking classic shit. This is Edison format in a nutshell. 2 Consecrated Light for Black Wings, obviously. Also for Vayu Turbo. Also for just like Dragon Norlaris random bullshit. Kaiku the Ghost Destroyer, one of the best cards in the format that I love playing. I just think it's one of the best sideboard cards in the format. Probably top 10, in my opinion. 1 Aaron as a charge target. 1 Gale. 1 Lightning Vortex. Card's great. 1 Burial. Card's pretty good. Helps when you get crowed. Double Karma Cut. I like Karma Cut. I think that's a good card. I think his sideboard looks good. I'll just keep it real with you guys. I just think it looks good. I don't think there's any... I would play a very similar sideboard if it were me. Does Amarillis die to deck dev? It has 2200 attack. Deck dev is 1500 or less. So, deck devastation virus does not kill Amarillis. But yeah, 2 Karma Cut. Yeah, the sideboard looks fine. There's really not anything to say about the sideboard. You mean the deck? It is hurt by deck dev. Yes. And double decree. Yeah. Alright. Well, alright. First off, before we talk about the list, shout out Lil Man Yu-Gi-Oh for covering this. Once again, make sure and subscribe to him. Get him to 1,000. He's almost there. He's only like 30 or something away. Get him to 1,000 so he can get that sweet, sweet money from covering whatever the fuck. You know what I'm talking about. All right, let's talk about the list. This is Will Far's Amarillis top 8 list from Nats. One of the 2 Amarillis lists from Nats. Glancing at the list, the first thing I'd say is just cut it to 40, like cut a Wind Blast. So like if you cut a Wind Blast from the list, it just makes siding easier. Like you can cut a 2 of a trap card and bring in 2 of Karma Cut. Easy. You can cut 2 of another trap card, bring in your 2 spells, bring in 2 decree, something like that. You know what I mean? It just looks like it makes the siding patterns easier. I don't really like drawing multiple Wind Blasts. It never really feels too great. In this deck, it's a little bit better because your clock is so fucking fast. But still, drawing 2 of them just feels kind of weird. You don't... Like, this deck has deceptively low amount of cards you actually want to discard. Well, not deceptively low. It's, like, pretty high. Dandelion and Amarillis, right? So it's 5. But if you discard Amarillis, it makes your trade-ins weaker, which is kind of weird. And you already have, like, between the 3 trade-ins, the 3 hidden armories, and the DDR, that's already, like, 7 discard outlets. 9 if you count the 2 Wind Blasts. The 3rd Wind Blast gets you to 10 discard outlets. I don't think you need 10 discard outlets. I think you'd rather just draw Lone Fire or draw your hidden armories or type trade-ins more consistently. I don't know. I really don't see a point in, like, playing over 40 cards. Maybe someone answers this question somewhere in the future with a fucking quantum leap calculator, but in reality, I do not think that there is a reason to play more than 40 cards. Anyway, moving on. 2 Miracle Fertilizer. Interesting. With 10 discard outlets, I don't know. I feel like I'd want a 3rd. I just think this card's the best card. I think it's the best card in the deck. I think it's almost better than Hidden Armory. It's like really close. But I think this is one of the, like, I want to see this card in every hand. Harrison says, damn, it's you, 9th place. Sag? Did you get 9th place? What was your deck? Anyway, One debris is good. You can only make one black rose, so you really only need the one debris. Double Lila Raikou makes sense. Card Trooper, Necro, Plague. These all kind of make sense. Plague is alright. He just gives you synchro access. He gives you lines that you wouldn't have otherwise, so it's like kind of like an unlocking of lines. I think you could replace this with Quick Draw and it'd probably be just as good, but the upside is you can mill this, which is kind of cool, I guess. You can mill it and then you can like stack Amarillis and then mill it with Hidden Armory or something like that. It's kind of cool. There's like random shit you can do with Plague that's like pretty cool. The only card that like doesn't make the most sense to me is like playing 3 of this. I don't think you need 3. I think you'd rather just play 40 cards. Is 2 Lila, 1 Raikou better than 2 Raikou, 1 Lila? I think so, yeah. You need 41, so your odds go from drawing 3 Titanium Open Hand from 100% to 99%. That's pretty funny. You literally spitting. He's actually spitting. The sideboard looks fantastic. He has all the best sideboard cards in the format. I think DD Crow is one of the best. I think Consecrated Light is the best. It's like the best sideboard card right now, as long as you can side Decree with it. If you can't side Decree with it, then it's like really mediocre. But if you can side Decree with it, it's pretty strong. Decree or like a shitload of back row removal. Yeah, I don't know. Deck looks fine. Looks sick. It looks like the list we've been seeing, but like more tight. The like meme picks is like this, maybe the second Lila. You could get away with cutting. Bottomless doesn't necessarily make the cut, but with Blackwings being the most popular deck and Frogs the second most popular, it's pretty good. I think this card is just a great card. It's pretty hard for Bottomless Trap Hole to be bad, because like basically what your deck does is it like forces your opponent to summon something that beats Titanial. And like, what beats Titanial? Well, Colossal Fighter. You know what I mean? Like, there's very few things, and those few things do just die to Bottomless Trap Hole. So, yeah. I think these 3 cards are like, arguably you could cut them, you could find different things to play, and your deck would still do the same exact thing. For a second, you thought you were cooking. You had the idea to include Iron Wall. Yeah, just play Kaiku instead. That's what they want. Their own Titanial. Yeah, Bottomless stops Titanials in the mirror pretty handily. It stops like Amarillis in the mirror pretty handily. It's just a good card. Very rarely will people have the bright idea to make Stardust versus you, although they should, because Stardust plus Deep Prison is a good way to beat this deck. So, yeah, I don't know. Cool deck though. I think it's cool. I think it's just such a sweet deck to play. And I think specifically Will's deck, because it's all max rarity and looks incredibly beautiful on camera, deserves some recognition. So make sure and give lost my train of thought. Lil Man Yu-Gi-Oh! Some love. Now the second thing is, they were talking about, that's a spoiler. They were talking about this. The other list has like heroes in it. And I think Enraged Peacock said he had like fucking crazy shit in his list, like Dasher and like Plague. And I'm like, what? How the fuck did he have that in his deck? What is going on? That sounds crazy. I need to see that deck list. Why does no one have that deck list? What the fuck? Reasoning and Dasher and... Who is this man? Who is this mysterious man? Where is he? Where is Christopher Leonard Lindsay? Where is he? Where is he? I need his list. Does anyone know? Does anyone know where Christopher Leonard Lindsay's list is? Does anyone know this guy? Does anyone go to locals with this guy? Does anyone know, like... The GOAT? Perhaps the Amarillis GOAT? Perhaps he's cracked a code that we may never understand. That's what I want to see. I want to see his list. I don't give a shit about any of these other lists. I'm going to be real with you. Except maybe Hector's, because Hector is the Blackwing GOAT. Hector is like the best Blackwing player in the world. I don't care who you are. I will argue that to the grave. I think Hector is the best Blackwing player in the world. to go first place at RBET. Rush Panda says, don't understand why you never give credit to frogs. Like, almost didn't mention a fucking Monarch combo frogs won a 500 people tournament. What are you talking about? I'm talking about Amarillis, man. I did mention it. I said that it was the same list from EU Nats, but with Monarchs in it. The deck has already done well. I'm talking about the new shit. You know what I'm talking about? You wanted to help put NA Blackwing on the map? Blackwings was already on the map. What the fuck? CLL takes no L's because they're all stuck in Juanitas. Do you know him, Vin? Do you know Christopher Leonard Lindsay? I want to see that list. Jackson, you know Chris. Jackson, my goat. You know Chris? What was he cooking? I need to see it. I need to see it, Jackson. I need to see his list. Because that sounds fire. That just sounds good. Get him on the call right now. Wake his ass up. Just kidding. It's like, what, 2 a.m. in Texas or something? You've been hearing a lot of people say the best Blackwing players are in the EU. Ludovico is really good. And he lives in Italy. He's probably one of the... I think he lives in Italy. Correct me if I'm wrong. But he's really good. I think he's one of the top Blackwing players in my book too. But I'm biased towards Hector. I think Hector's the GOAT. Wake him up. Russ Panda 97. Why do you never give credit to frogs? Hey man. I don't know what you mean. Never. Wait, let's talk about this a little bit. Let's talk, Russ Panda. Let's have a little chat. Cause you want to have a little chat. Let's talk about frogs. All right. Let's talk about me giving them credit. View your channel. Why do I hate GBs? Oh, GBs, it's a meme. I don't actually hate GBs. All right. We're gonna talk real quick. Go to my channel. We talked about his list, and you like what he was talking about into a blind event. I need to see that shit. Right now. I need to see his list. Where's my tier list? Why does it not show up immediately? Why do I never give credit to frogs? That was the question. Where's the tier list? There it is. Oh, at 10,000 views. That is a lot of views. Why am I getting an ad on my own video? You had Nats in Italy this weekend. Ludo was here. Did he win? No, he didn't win. I actually know who won. And that guy won with this crazy abomination, which we will get to in a second. But first things first, why do I never give credit to frogs? This is my tier list. Hero Frogs is right there in the top tier. What are you talking about? I fucking give credit where it's due. It's there in the top tier. Should I have made it? Top tier? No. You want to know why I shouldn't have made it top tier? Because it didn't fucking top. No, I'm just kidding. Do I get money for watching an ad for your video? I think I do. I don't know, man. It's probably negligible money, but I wouldn't know. Anyway, this doesn't have 44 dislikes. The YouTube dislike thing is broken. What the fuck? My shit has hella likes. What's up? Frogs suck. It has nothing to do with the fact that you couldn't get Substitutes for cheap for the longest time until 2 weeks ago. I don't think frogs suck. I don't think they suck. I think they're a fine deck. I think they're a top tier deck. I stand by what I said in my tier list. I think this is a fine tier list. I actually would put Value Turbo lower now, though. I would definitely move it lower. The only reason I hadn't moved it lower is because people would have jumped down my throat if I didn't. But I absolutely would put Value Turbo, I personally would put Value Turbo where I put Pure Lightsworn at the top of A tier. I think it's, worse than... Actually, probably move some of these other decks, Machina Lightsworn and Machina Quick Draw, and I'd probably still keep Christia in the top tier. Christia Sworn. I'd probably move the Recruiter Fairies down to the top of A tier. Although it's really good into Blackwings, it's really bad into DDV. Yeah, I'd probably have, Value Turbo move down, Fairies move down, Machina move down, and then Frog Hero would be the bottom of the top tier. But I would still probably keep it in the top tier now. But anyway, I was responding to someone who said, I don't give frogs credit. I clearly do. What's up, Sevilla? How are you doing? Um, is that Zeta in tier 2? Yeah, it probably should have been bumped down to tier 3, but you gotta get clicks somehow, you know what I'm saying? Alright, I think Zeta's not a bad deck. I just think that most people playing it play like really shitty builds and don't know how to play it, basically. But I think the deck is very good. This is a very cool list. I think Will did great, and congratulations to Will. But I'm curious to see this hero list. I don't even know what the heck it would look like. I'm assuming Hero Amarillis. What was it? What was this guy's name again? Is it Christian? Fucking, where is it? Christopher Leonard Lindsay. Christopher Leonard. CLL Amarillis. Nats top 8. Where is he? Where is CLL? We need him. He was playing Reasoning. We know for a fact he was playing Reasoning, Dasher, at least one Titanial, and Plague. We know these 4 cards were in his deck. We know these 4 cards are in his deck. How was Nats? I didn't go. I was just in the mountains. I just went into nature because I had to commune. After my performance at WSOE, I was like, I'm not paying for a plane ticket to Nats. It is not worth it for me to go play another tournament on 0 sleep. 1 Reasoning. Well, Reasoning is limited to 1. So, yes, I would hope it's only 1. He was definitely playing 1. He said Diamond Dude 2. Oh my god. This is cooking. This looks amazing. You think Destiny Draw? Yeah, probably Stratos too. Probably Rhoda. He played Future Fusion? Absolutely. Why would you not? He probably played Foolish, I'm assuming, because it's the best card. Did he play Rhoda? I don't know what plant engine he played, but it had to have 2 Lone Fires. I don't care who you are, and 2 Dandies. You think you beat this deck not too long ago? Yeah, well, you didn't beat it at Nats because it got top 8 there. So that's what I want to know. Ocean, or was he only playing Gaia to send Dandy? I don't know. I don't even know if he was playing Rhoda. I don't even know if he was... I just know that this is what we know. I'm assuming this is all we know. It might not even be an Amarillis deck. No Rhoda? Okay, yeah. I was not playing Rhoda in my list either. I was also not playing Rhoda in my list. Bono says he got lucky we didn't play. Sounds like you got unlucky because you didn't top 8. I don't see your name there. I don't see your name. Anyway. Only Gaia to send Dandy Dasher. That doesn't work. That's not a legal play. You can't send Dandy and Dasher at the same time. Yeah, fun fact. That is cheating. You want to know why? Because Elemental Hero Gaia... Where is this fuck? It says Elemental Hero Monster. And Dasher is a Destiny Hero Monster. Yeah. That's cheating. That's fucking straight up cheating. I'm pretty sure he did not do that. Because that would be cheating. Did he play Plasma and Traden? Did he play this? Do we know? Do we know if he was even playing Amarillis? If we know that these are the cards. But what else did he play? Reasoning looks insane in this deck, by the way. Because the 3s are all good, the 2's a good hit, the 4s are great, the 6 is solid, and the 8s are good too. So Reasoning seems like pretty good in this deck. I will say that much. It's about as good as Reasoning's going to get. No other heroes. Literally just Stratos, Dasher, Diamond Dude. That's gasoline. Did he play D-Draw at all? Just Stratos, Dasher? No Diamond Dude? How many Dashers? You had Italian Nats? I do have the Monster Mash list, and we are going to go over it. I believe it's this guy right here, right? This is the first place Italian Nationals Gallus the Star Beast Elton and Monster Mash deck, right? This is the first place list. That's crazy. What a psychopath list. Okay, just 1 Stratos, 1 Dasher. All right. Was he playing Amarillis? Do we know that, Jackson? Or was it just one Stratos, one Dasher, plants? This is crazy. This is cool. I think this card is broken. Huh. This is cooking. If it's Amarillis, it is cooking. Because, like, I'm assuming it looks a lot like the other list where it has, like, charge and shit and, like, foolish. But I just don't know what it looked like. We don't know. This is all speculation. Amarillis, put 2 copies into top 8. He won, you think, in top 8 because he milled exactly a level 10 with Gallus. He won in time because he milled a level 10 with Gallus. That's crazy. That's fucking insane. Reasoning with Amarillis is crazy. It is. You want to know why? Because Amarillis can't be summoned by reasoning. It can only be special summoned by its own effect. So it gets milled by reasoning. Yeah, that's really smart. That's really fucking smart. Holy shit. I need this guy's deck list so badly. I fucking need it. This is actually cooking. He wasn't playing these. He must have been playing the full Amarillis deck. I mean, like, I'm just assuming it was something like this. It said standard Amarillis, but plays 1 Stratos, 1 Dasher, 1 Future Fusion, 1 Reasoning. That's my goat. That's my fucking goat. It sounds amazing. That sounds really good. What? Do we know if it was 40 cards? I'm assuming it was, right? Dude, this looks so nasty. Even without his list, you want to try these ideas? I know, same. Like, this looks so fucking good. Probably 2 Lila, Raikou, something like that. Bro said finish the other Amarillis. We did. What the fuck are you talking about? Alright. Hidden Armory. This is sick. And then he plays DDR. And Mark of the Rose. You're playing Blackwing and you're 7-1-1. Oh, that's brutal. I know a lot of people who are 7-1-1. Unfortunately, a draw was a loss because you had to be X1 or better to top. So getting a draw was basically just the same as getting a loss. Whose list was this? I'm assuming Christopher Leonard Lindsay. What we know of it is that it's quote-unquote standard Amarillis with 1 Stratos, 1 Dasher, 1 Future Fusion, and 1 Reasoning. Huh, I'm not sure. Give me 1 second, guys. Alright, might be. Alright. Where was I? I lost my train of thought. I'm assuming you played Miracle Fertilizer. The last 12 are hand traps, Kappa, right? He probably played Heavy Storm, Typhoon, I don't know. Fucking shit, man. Phoenix Wing. What happens when you just draw Stratos, though? Like, your Future Fusion's dead. I guess that doesn't really matter. You can always discard it. I don't know. Maybe he played Necro Gardena, Card Trooper. I don't know. This looks good. This just looks good. It might be 1 less Lila. DD Crow, Karibo, Gores, Trag, and Fader. And number 12. Whoa. If this was the list, it doesn't look like bad by any means. There's something I'm forgetting, though. You want to try this with a Plasma now? I don't really see the point in playing Plasma. If anything, I'd want to try something that could let me send Dasher, but I don't think there's anything worth playing. What do you do when you draw Dasher? That's what I'm like looking at this. I'm like, what the fuck happens when you draw Dasher? If you open Stratos, search Dasher. Yeah, opening Stratos isn't that bad, but opening Dasher, do you just discard it? Like, you have to be able to discard it, right? I guess you have DDR, triple wind blast. You have 6 discard outlets for it. It's just a DDR, but it just like you have to get DDR live. You know how hard it is to get DDR live when you have a dead card in your hand? It's really fucking hard. I mean, like, it's doable, but it's not ideal. Tribute over a dandy token. Yeah, you could tribute summon it, I guess. Huh. It's not the weirdest thing. The thing I like the most is the reasoning. I think the reasoning makes this look really fun. I wonder what else he was playing, though. Because, like, this is basically, like, your Amarillis core. You could play, like, Debris. But Debris makes reasoning worse because the bad Debris or reasoning hit. You could play Botanical Lion. Which is... what? Which is... water? No, Botanical Lion is not, but Lord Poison is. Botanical Lion is earth. Lord Poison could be a water. He could play Lord Poison. I know there's been successful lists that play Lord Poison in the past. Because basically, like, once you get Titanial in the grave, you can, like, get this guy and then just crash it and then get back Titanial. Which is pretty cool. Damage step, summon Titanial is really nice. Botanical Girl, it's worse than Lord Poison. I'll be real with you guys. Yeah, I'm really curious. I think the idea is really cool. I think it's really smart. It's definitely like what I was trying to accomplish, which is like heroes and plants and Dandelion. Spam. You played Lord Poison and Amarillis, and that topped your locals. Kind of comes in clutch. Yeah, I think it's kind of a clutch card, low-key. If it could bring back a different Lord Poison, it'd be really good. But I don't know what else he was playing. What was in the other one? I'm assuming this is what his list looked like. It could be a little different from this. It could be a little bit the same. Who fucking knows? Let's take a look at his list again. This is the other top 8 list. This one plays Brain Control. Debris Dragon, Gravity Rose. Like, be real with me right now. I'd rather draw Future Fusion than Gravity Rose. I'd rather draw Stratos than Gravity Rose. I wouldn't rather draw Dasher than Gravity Rose, but the other 2 cards I would rather draw than Gravity Rose. I'll say that much. So it's like kind of high risk, high reward. Because this card is bad. This card is really fucking bad. I don't know how to say it in a way that's not... I mean, it's not terrible, but it is bad. You know? You feel me? You guys get what I'm putting down? Perhaps? No, maybe not. Huh. Anyway. Very interesting. I think that this is cool. It's been a while since I've thought about the card reasoning because I haven't played GOAT format in so long. But I don't know. It seems good here. Another card this works with is Wolf, which is kind of cool. Like, if you mill Wolf, the reasoning is pretty good. Or, I think there's a few other cards that it works with that's, like, pretty nice in Edison format. Can't be special. Or, can't be normal summon. Hold on. What is it? Cannot be normal. Bruh, the lag. What was the other stuff it worked with? I can't remember. How does this card work? Does this work with Cave Dragon? Remind me. Does it mill the Cave Dragon? I don't know. There was another card. I just can't think of it. Am I going to go over the GB list? I am. I am going to go over the GB list. We're going to talk about that one next, Sleazer. I heard that it plays Gladiator Beast Respite, which is a card I think is pretty terrible. Oh, it was Norlaris. You mill Norlaris with Reasoning, and then you hit Phantom of Chaos, and it's really good. I think Reasoning can be explored in Norlaris. That was the card I was thinking of. Yeah, it was Norlaris. Yeah, it works well with Norlaris in those decks. It plays 2 Respite, lol. Yeah, that's crazy. I think that card is terrible. What the fucking man. Alright, he got top 4. What can I say? Like, shit, man. Go off. Like, what can I say? Yeah. This looks cool. I'd need to see this addressed more. I need to see this, like... I'd need to see this in action. Hold on, let's just add a random card. What's a good random card we could add here? What's a good random card? We'll have Brain Control. That's a random card. It also unbricks the fucking... It unbricks the Dasher, I guess, which is nice. Okay, we're going to go test hand this. We're going to test hand it real quick. Because I just want to see. What does it look like? This doesn't look good. This doesn't look good. This looks bad. I guess you would play this. Go give... Oh my god. Maybe the Brain Control is a different card. Who knows? But this doesn't look good. It doesn't look terrible. It just doesn't look good. Alright, next turn. What do we get? Alright, we're saved. We're saved. Saved by the Lone Fire. Alright, hold on. Okay, there's reasoning. Alright, let's see this. Let's see this reasoning. Chat, what are you calling with reasoning? Type your level right now. What would you call? What would you call if you were my opponent and you don't know? Game 1, in the dark, your opponent activates reasoning. What are you calling? What are you calling right now? 3 people immediately said 8. 2 people said 4. 3 people said 4. 3 people... Okay, 4 people said 4. Huh. All the people who said 8 are, like, GOAT format scared. They're, like, scared of D-Mock coming down. D-Mock's banned in this format. If you don't know, it's 4. Okay. Let's say it was 4. You guys named 4. Alright. Mill. Oh. Oh. What? That's crazy. What the fuck? Dude, what the fuck? That's crazy. Huh? It's just a 3rd Lone Fire. It's just a 3rd Lone Fire that doesn't take your normal. And then you can normal the Dandy. Oh, what the fuck? That's disgusting. Yo, what the fuck? And then you foolish Amarillis? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Good luck, have fun, opponent. Good luck, have fun. How do they win? How do they win? Will Monster Gate not work in this? I mean, Monster Gate requires you to spend your normal. So, if you have Bottomless in your hand, this would basically be GG's. Even without Bottomless, this is pretty fucking good. Monster Gate with all the tokens. I mean, later in the game, yeah, Monster Gate could do some work too, yeah. He played Lord Poison. Okay. Wait. We have new info. He played Lord Poison. That makes sense. I feel like that makes sense because that's how you send Dasher, is you send Poison plus Dasher for absolute 0. So that means he didn't play Brain Control. Well, he might have played Brain Control. We don't know. But we know he plays Lord Poison now. That makes sense. You only play 1 or 2 Armory. Okay. Did he play Monster Gate? Might not have played Monster Gate. 1 or 2 Armory. Enraged Peacock is back. Dude, this deck is fucking sick. Did he play Miracle Fertilizer? That's like one thing I'm like kind of curious about. If you're cutting Armories, cutting Miracle is interesting. I wouldn't, but just fucking that's... Especially with Future Fusion, like Miracle Fertilizer goes fucking crazy. Oh, man. Yeah. That makes sense. Enrage leak goo? Oh, it's already leaked. It's up on Fraser's channel. His list is up on Fraser's channel. I believe he used a list that he worked on with them. If you have Peacock's list, you can DM it to me on Dueling Book, and we can load it up and we can talk about it. While Peacock is still awake. Send it to me, Sylvia. We'll pull it up. We'll look at it now. This is cool, though. That reasoning idea is really smart. What a really good decision from Christopher. I believe his name's Christopher, right? Fuck, where is it? Christopher Leonard Lindsay. That guy cooked. What did Peacock play? He played Diva Hero. He was the Diva Hero player. Made it in Austin. Shout out, my boy. Talked to him for a bit after it. Was a cool dude from Canada. Oh, shit. That's crazy. Dude, this is sick. This card is sick, man. What the fuck? This like levels. This takes this deck to a whole new level, actually. Now you want to build this Amarillis hero build? Yeah, this looks fucking nice. I want to build this too. Trying to remember his list. You think he played a Miracle Fusion? Oh, God. This guy's cooking. Miracle Fusion plus the DDR is crazy. I love this deck. That's so cool. Oh, man. You think he played a Miracle Fusion? I need to get this guy on a phone call right now. I need his deck list. Look at Swagger's Assault Mode deck. No, thank you. I don't need to see another Swagger deck list. Oh, no, Swagger's going to be here tomorrow, actually. We're going to go over all his decks on a video tomorrow or something like that. Because he played a bunch of different decks over the weekend. He actually went 7-1-1 in the main event. Just barely missed top 8. Unfortunately, a draw was just a loss because you got to be X1 to get in. So, yeah. You didn't play him, but you talked to him for a bit about his logic, and it was solid. Yeah, no, this looks really smart. This looks like the next level of what I was trying to do. He won a bunch of mats. I think Swagger won 6 mats over the weekend, which is crazy. That's a fucking shitload of games. He was 31, 4-1 by the end of the weekend, which is ridiculous. I'm going to try to get a picture of him holding all 6 mats somehow. Oh, this is so cool. This list is, this is what we wanted. This is what the people wanted. This is so much better than a Botanical Lion. I'm going to be real. This is cooking. He's the Tony Stark of Edison. You're so right, Totagon. Swagger is the Tony Stark of Edison. I don't know how he does it. That boy could win with fucking Glads. Speaking of which, let's get into it. Let's look at the top 4 Gladiator Beast deck profile, which was piloted by Michael Donald King. All right, we're going to do this. New deck. Nats top 4 Michael Glads. He was on Cyber Valley. That's right. He was on Cyber Valley. I knew he was on Cyber Valley. I fucking knew that because they talked about it in the fucking Discord. I knew he was playing Cyber Valley. Was he playing 1-for-1? Oh my god, this deck just gets better. It just gets better. I need to see this list. I need to see his list because his deck just seems fucking awesome. He was on 43 cards? Gabe, no. No. This list was not on 43 cards. This list was on 40. There's no way you put Future Fusion in your deck and you play more than 40 cards. That is fucking stupid. This list is cooking. Oh, are you talking about the Glad player? The Glad player was on 43 cards. I mean, that makes sense. Like, Glad's is a terrible deck, so. You put cards in your deck because you don't want to draw most of the cards in your deck. I guess we will look at the Glad's list. I don't want to look away from this to have to look at Glad's. I wonder if he played Miracle Fertilizer. I wonder if that was something that was in his list. It works well with the reasoning, I guess. His buddy has a YouTube channel, but I don't remember the name of it. Oh, fuck, man. Oh, man, what? You saw the Glads list on YouTube? Yeah, it's already on YouTube. Asian with cards covered it. He did what you did and only gave the profile to one person. Huh. That's cool. Do we know who that person is? I guess if I search it, it might come up. Alright, let's search it. Shout out to Lil Man. We're going to search the other one. Amarillis, top 8, NAWCQ. Christopher. Oh, let's just search it. Let's just see if it comes up. It might not come up till tomorrow. No, that was a year ago. This is the last year's. Nah, it's not out yet. It's not out yet, but this is we'll have to take a look into this when he leaks it. Cuz this list is really good. I think this is the future of the deck. Cyber Valley too. That's so smart because it's a 1-star you can hit off reasoning. And it's also a way to get the DDR live. And it works well with the tokens. And it makes it so like your foolish Future Fusion hands have like good conversions. And it helps you dig to trade in. What the fuck? This deck is so good. I need to build this. This looks so much better. This looks so much better than the other shit we were looking at. I don't know why. It just looks and feels more correct. It just has so much fucking ridiculous power cards in it. Like, if you don't open Future Fusion, oh, you might open Reasoning. You might open Trade in Titanial. You might open Foolish Standy Lone Fire. You might open 1-for-1 Cyber Valley if he plays it. I don't know. We don't know. We don't know what he plays. What's up, Frozen Soul? But I'm not really sure. Peacock is the Diva Hero GOAT. You did make it to top 8 with Diva Hero. You were the only person to do so, too, which is pretty impressive. That's a huge tournament. That's pretty crazy, man. This weekend was cool. I think a lot of good players top 8'd. Alright, let's look at the Glad Beast top 4 player. Do you remember any more of the list, Frozen? Frozen knows the list. Frozen knows the secret sauce. Yeah, this possibly isn't even the list. I don't even fucking know if these trap cards were in it or what the fuck is up. Phoenix Wing makes sense because of just like the Stratos Dasher, like the nature of like Dasher is you want, and the nature of Stratos is you want Phoenix Wing. But I don't really know. This reasoning seems crazy. This seems so smart. Glad's top forward, what year is this? 2009. Kappa. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Frozen roomed with you and got 15th with Twilight. Oh, interesting. Cool stuff. Are some digging through your bulk for some miracle fertilizers? Same. I ordered a bunch of them before Nats, but I don't know if they came in or not. They might have. Actually, they might be on my desk right now. Let me take a look. I have a lot of cards on my desk. Let's see what they are. Fiendish Chain, Drago. Oh, 4 miracle fertilizers. There they are. What do you know? I guess they did come in. Good thing I planned ahead. I knew Amarillis was going to do well because I knew a lot of good Amarillis players were going. But I was kind of surprised to see the top cut be so diverse. I was expecting more Blackwings, honestly. And I was also expecting Frog Hero because there were a lot of people going who were like really talking up Frog Hero, like, oh, we're gonna win with Frog Hero, and there was a lot of players like talking up Frog Hero, and then it just didn't even top. How many players were in the tournament? A lot. I think there was like 500, roughly that. It was the biggest event since the Shonen. Your last 3 rounds were GB players? Jesus fucking Christ. With Twilight, that's so miserable, man. That's so unfortunate. Like, that's like worst case scenario. I feel like there isn't a matchup you want to see less. Maybe Black Wings. Maybe. I don't fucking know. That just sounds like a pain in the ass, though. Huh. Not quite 500, but close. Like 486. Okay, that makes sense. Does Full Helm trigger Graveyard Summon if it attacks over Amarillis? Why would it not? Oh, I guess because Amarillis blows it up, right? It blows itself up. Wait, how does it say? If this card attacks... Wait, what? It's only if this card attacks, it's destroyed, right? Not if it's attacked. If it's attacked, it doesn't... It only if it's attacks. But if you attack it, it doesn't destroy itself. Someone said they sent you Peacock's list. Oh, yes, that's right. Let's pull up Peacock's list. Thank you, Sevilla. My goat. It had to have been Sevilla. Sorry, Sevilla. I haven't gotten to your other messages. I just got back into town. I've been AFK this weekend. Okay, but we're going to pull up Peacock's list and look at it while Peacock is here. Here it is. This is Enraged Peacock's top 8 Diva Hero list from the weekend. He played Trapstun, which I think is a great card. Monster Mash deck at the other event. Oh, we'll talk about that in a second, but I want to talk about the American event first because the American event was bigger and I know all the players there. So, and it wasn't won by fucking Monster Mash, although kind of was in a way. Yeah, this deck's cool. I think this deck list looks clean. The one trap stun is like an extra sweeper to make sure your plays go through. Just looks really solid. Armageddon plus Greffer makes sure that the dad is very consistently live. And it also makes sure your Rhoda doesn't get dead later in the game. It also gives you an extra alert target, which is nice. I think Armageddon Knight plus Necro Garnet is pretty strong in this deck. You can summon it and then just like pivot into Caius pretty easily. Or just like summon it, send Necro, poke out a Raikou, and you get like a little bit of value that way. Summon it, send Mally, poke at a Raikou, that sort of thing. Your only loss was the top 4 Glads in round 3. Super Fly. What was your finish? What was your you were the Amarillis player, right? Your only loss was the top 4 Glads player. Yeah, that's not a good matchup for Amarillis, I don't think. But the hero package might improve it. I think having Stratos and random Miracle Fusion might fucking destroy Glads. So definitely try out that other guy's list once it's leaked, because that list sounds great. Sideboard looks very straightforward. You have actually one thing that's really interesting about the sideboard is you have the package from Best Yu-Gi-Oh player NA's like Gold Sark package, where it's just a bunch of stuff, a bunch of 1-ups you can Gold Sark for. That's pretty cool. Normal Amarillis, yeah, but the hero stuff probably helps. No Trag, yeah, no Trag. I don't think Trag is amazing in this deck. Yeah, it looks solid. It looks like the list that a True Hero top forward with at Nats last year. It looks very similar to that list, but it has more consistency cards. You lost to Blackwing round 4, then to Frog Winner in top 8. What happened against the Frog Winner? Did he just colossal arm you? That matchup seems like it should be good. I mean, Frogs is generally a good matchup for like generally a good matchup for a Diva Hero, so Trag could be used for DDV. It can be, yeah. No, it was really unfortunate RNG. That's tough. List looks clean though. I like the Urukizis. I like the Trapstun. I think Trapstun in this deck is very good. I think that's like one of the best cards, because like you'll fusion, they'll go oppression, you chain Trapstun, and then on their turn they're locked under their own oppression against your absolute 0, and you're just like, all right, get fucked, idiot. Yeah, no, the Trapstun's really nice. This list is fire. Yeah, it's really clean. Why did you play 41? Was it to like make sure you didn't draw double malicious and Gilman as much? Or was there like no logic to it? Game 3, less than 20 in deck, you need to see your hero to win and you miss 6 draws in a row. That's fucking insane. You're still salty this event was not top 16. I mean, yeah, it's funny that Konami sanctioned stores have to cut to top 16 after a certain number of players, but Konami sanctioned events like YCS's just won't. But at the same time, I prefer top 8s, but the RBETs are not cut to top 8 because, even though I would want them to be, because Konami sanctioned ruling says that it can't be, which is really funny. The true hero told him he had the main deck DDV. Interesting. Was the DDV good? Looking at the rest of the top 8, where is it? DDV is good against like one of these decks. It's like not good against any of these decks. Any chance of an RBET in Texas sometime? Yes. I want to do an RBET in Texas. There's a high chance of that. I wanted to do one this year, but then Nats was going to be in Texas. So I'm not going to do RBET in the same place as Nats. That was the big reason why. But I would really like to do one in Texas next season. I think next season, the locations I really want to do are Chicago, Texas, and I would love to do one in Las Vegas and another one in SoCal. That's my those are my 4 wishful locations as of right now for next season. This season we're finishing out strong with Maryland and New York, and then next season it just depends. It just depends on what falls into place for next season. But my dream would be to do like one in my hometown in Las Vegas and one in Texas. But there was a YCS in Vegas this year and there was a Nats in Texas this year, so I couldn't do either of those this year. Pacific Northwest one would be great. I love Oregon and Seattle. I think that would be really fun too. There's like 10 locations I would love to do. NorCal would be fun, but it's hard to do 2 in California. And NorCal doesn't have the biggest Edison scene. You drew DDV 1 and it was versus Frogs game 1 and you got 4 cards. That's crazy. Am I going to go over that Frog list? Probably not. I mean, it's just like a Frog Monarch list with like a Death Frog and like 2 Fishborgs and 2 Salvages, I think. It's like Frog Monarchs, but it has the ability to go into Colossal Fighter. It's almost identical to the list that... Plus, like, tomorrow, Juan, aka Swagger, aka Juan, he went 7-1-1 with a very similar list. And I can show... We're going to talk about it tomorrow more. When Juan is in town. We might not get a chance to record, but... Ideally, because he also won like 6 side events or something like that. Pudding's list almost made it. I saw, but then it didn't because the guy made a misplay in time, which is really sad. I feel really bad. That's unfortunate for him. Yeah, I think there was a lot of bad beats this weekend where like a lot of people almost made it. It's more like Fish Synchro without the fish, just Frog, Salvage, Pot of Avarice. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what the EU Nats deck was. It was just Frogs, no Monarchs, just Frogs with Fishborg. I think that's one of those decks. XYX says Frog's best deck. I think that's one of those decks that gets worse. I don't think that deck will stand the test of time, if I'm being real. What's up? A guy named D's. Only Monarch was Caius. He also played Ryza, if I remember correctly. One Ryza. It was like a mix between like the Frog Hero list and the... Or are you talking about the EU list, Sevilla? I don't know. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. Made a lot of people sell to you. High rolled really hard some games, but that's Yu-Gi-Oh! All your opponents were very friendly, but I know there was some salt. This deck is like the peak of high rolling. I think Diva Hero is like the #1 high roller deck. where you just like you have so many insane OTK hands. Frog will not pass the test of time. No, I think that specific frog list will not pass the test of time. But most lists don't, so I guess it was right for the tournament. It ended up winning. I always feel bad. Like, first off, I feel bad because my boy Hector, right, got second place to him. So I'm always like, all right, chip on my shoulder, right? And then on top of that, he lost a winning game in time, which I think is not. I think that's cringe. I'm gonna be real. I think it's cringe. I think, okay, like, if you're losing a winning game in time, like, I get it. Time's part of the game, and that's why I'm really on my friends every time we're playing to play faster. But I think the time rules are really bad. And I also think that play fast, pretty much. Yeah, you gotta play fast. Yeah. So that's on Hector, really, but it's also like when you're playing against frogs, they can do this thing which I don't think anyone should do this, and at RBETs we are strict about this. But but people weren't strict about this at the Time Wizard, right? The judges weren't strict about this at the Time Wizard, where you just go like substitute, activate, think, and like you think on every substitute activation, and you like monopolize the clock when you're ahead, and it's like. It's fucking cringe. I'm gonna be real. I just don't. Like, people are like, oh, are you gonna cover that? And I'm like, do I have to? Do I have to talk about this fucking strategy? You know what I mean? You didn't have a clock either. Literally, Judge had a smart with the timer. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah. Scroobian says, just got back home from Nats. Edison pods were lit. I heard Nats was all about Edison. I think Edison is kind of the future of Yu-Gi-Oh! Which I guess... we should talk a little bit about Italian Nats real quick. This was the first place list from Italian Nats. This list looks crazy. It's a Magical Merchant, Witch of the Black Rose, Gallus OTK deck. I've played similar decks on the channel. This is the type of list that only a madman can play. But goddamn, is this a cool deck. That's a cool deck. The way this deck works is you try to use Witch of the Black Rose and Gallus to gain card advantage. Yeah, this is an MBT deck, actually. This is a deck from MBT's channel. And the fact that it won Nats is crazy. I wonder if anyone told him. I guess I'll tweet it. I'll tweet at him right now. I'll be like, hey. Tag MBT. This one Italian Ultimate Time Wizard Nats. And I guess I'll send him the photo. Cool. Very nice. Crazy deck. He's very excited about my top, and we talked about it a bit. Who is he? I lost train of thought. Lots of respect to Juan for hustling in our game 3. You need to learn how to play better under time. Yeah, that's a big part of playing Paper Edison format, is just like how fast you do your micro actions. Italy is an enigma in Retro Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm seeing that in real time right now. This is a crazy deck. This is a psychopath deck. But it's cool. It's fucking cool. DD Assailants, man. That's just a cool deck, man. Edison's in such a good spot. Every deck is sick. Especially under current time rules. Yeah, current time rules are ass, dude. They're so bad. The old time rules were so much better, man. They were so much fucking better. I don't know, man. They're just so much better. They're just so much better. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Anyway, if you had told me that Hector was going to get back-to-back finalist spots, I would believe you. That is what I would predict. You sure heard, but the judges botched a couple of critical rulings? Yeah, I heard they ruled that Stardust can keep coming back under oppression. So, apparently Stardust Dragon was very good. Didn't know how Tribute Summon under Rivalry worked. Also, yeah, I feel like you can just, at the Konami events, do some judge exploiting and probably get away with it. Some of the dumbest rulings, like some of the rulings that, like, you just, like, if you had been playing Yu-Gi-Oh at all during the time, you would know are not right. Like, if you were, oh my god, you predicted him taking it all. Yeah, I did predict Hector doing well because he's the GOAT. So, what were we talking about? Not this Italian list anymore. Do we need to talk about the Italian list? Press 1 if we need to talk about it more. And press 2 if we need to talk about it more. Shout out to the player who won with this. What's his name? I'm going to pull up his name. Hold up. Federico Mercuri. Shout out Federico. If they brought an event to your table, then you just had to do it. What are you saying? Some of the judges were told to just manage specific tables and not specific events. That's stupid. I don't know what to tell you guys. That's dumb. Got to get some sleep before your flight out at Austin in 5 hours. It was a great turnout. Thanks for the shout out. Congratulations on your top 8 super fly, and well played. That's just dumb. I like, even from a staffing standpoint, I can't even imagine that making any sort of fucking sense. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. It doesn't. What are we talking about? What were we talking about? I don't even remember. RBET is coming up. RBET, Italian. Not Italian. RBET, fucking Maryland. And New York is coming up. Oh, the Glad list. We have to talk about the Glad list. Shout out Asian with Cards. Make sure and check him out. Check out his video. Show some love to Asian with Cards. We're going to look at the Gladiator Beast top 4 list. Why is his name not in the title? Why do these players put players' names in the fucking title? I'm sick of this. Michael Donald King with Gladiator Beast got top 4, 4th place after top 8 with Gladiator Beast. Let's be real. This guy looks like a duelist. He looks like he knows his shit. He looks like a strong player. I like his beard. I like his shirt. Just says fucking Savage on it, which is brutal. Let's get into the list, though. Enough talk. Enough yapping. Alright. Triple Test Tiger, the best card. Say less. Next card. Laquari, Darius, Equest. Double Sam Knight, Bestiari, Hop. Murmillo, single Rediari, okay. Single Airbellum, single Rescue Cat, looks like a German Turbo Pack Super, very clean. Double Respite, double Proving Ground, double Book of Moon, double Enemy Controller, double Shrink, 1 Space Typhoon, 1 Heavy Storm. Okay. Double Chariot, also German, double Wabaku, double... Wait... Is he not playing Sekitor? You playing Cat Respite without Sekitor? Jesus fucking Christ. What is the point? Gotta play Solemn. He is playing Dust Shoot and Torrential. Okay. Torrential's interesting. What? No Sekitor, double Sam Knight, single Rediari. What is the point of the cat, then? I guess cat is, like, okay. He played Airbellum for another cat target. I feel like Airbellum is worse than Secutor in this deck. Am I wrong? You didn't think you were good enough for the main Edison event, but you got your Nimble mount with the Blizzard Dragons. Congrats, Scroobian. That's really cool. I think that deck is sick. I might take it to a tournament at the end of this week. We'll see. Y2 Econ. Yeah. Okay, 1 Rediari. This is a side deck, I'm assuming. 2 Cyber Dragons. I mean, that makes sense. 2 DD Crow. 2 Smashing. 2 Knock. 2 Dust Tornadoes. 2 7 Tools. A second Starlight. And 1 last card, 1 Trap Hole. Okay. This guy just likes his 2-ofs. I don't know what to say. He just has 2 of everything. It's like he was playing a mini game where he's like, okay, every card is semi-limited. I cannot play a 3-of. I must play 2-ofs only. He was playing a mini game. He was playing a challenge. And it worked. Oh, he played 3 Test Tiger. Oh, fuck. Ah, fuck. Never mind. Tabletop Game Show says this wasn't the WCQ of Edison. What are you talking about, bro? It absolutely was. You think this was the WCQ of Fire Snake Eye? You think that people give a shit about that? No. No one gives a shit about that. Everyone only cares about Edison. This absolutely was. Nats is the biggest Edison event of the... Like, it's the biggest Edison event. It's not even close to the biggest main Yu-Gi-Oh event. But it's definitely the biggest Edison event. Like, by far. Like, it absolutely was the Edison event of the year for now. Read the other comments. No. 0 being popped face up and going to grave and not activating doesn't make sense. So having a current format judge rule it that way makes sense. Wait, what? Why did that happen? I'm not getting into this. Amarillis is so much better in events with modern time rules. I don't think so. I think Amarillis is just a good deck. I know the last 2 times that Amarillis topped, the players didn't go into time a single time. I think it's a very fast deck. I don't think you should be going into time with Amarillis. You win very fast. The Ancient Gear deck winning 2-0 in current was pretty cool. That's interesting. Joe Biden dropped after losing to Ancient Gear on stream. Kappa. That's pretty hype. Personally, have been having fun with Horus, Bestial, Synchron, and Modern. That's cool. That deck's fun. Amarillis is just techie, to be honest. I don't know what that means. He's referring to your comment that head judge ruled geysers pop face down, absolute 0 triggers, absolute 0. Yeah, the head judge should have known the Edison format rulings. I don't fucking know. There's really nothing about that. There's like, this is an Edison format event. It should have the Edison format rulings. That's it. Furo Bituro says, who won? Here was the top 8 after Swiss. The first place was actually Bronte, Alexander, Dover, Teratage with Frog Monarchs. He was playing Death Frog, so he could combo kill people too, as well. Bringing Gladiator Beast anywhere is stinky. I mean, he got top 4. Top 4 is like the worst. If they hire judges who know old format, which they don't consider, which they should. Wait, what? Yeah, they should. They absolutely should. They should hire judges who know that there's different formats that have different rulings. That's like kind of the point of hiring the judges in the first place. If you're not going to hire a judge, like if you're going to hire a judge that's going to give the wrong ruling, you might as well not even hire the fucking judge. Like, because the event is just going to be wrong from what people consider. Like, it's hard enough to get judges, period. No, it's not. Just pay them a fair wage. There are plenty of people who would judge these events if you put out an ad and said, hey, if you learn these rulings, we're going to pay you like $500 a day or something, and then just show up and do the rulings. That's what I'm saying. Like, They absolutely can find judges for this if they just paid them, which I'm sure they do. But judges get paid minimum wage based on the state. That's unfortunate. I think at RBET events we pay them more, but it depends on the event. I'm not really sure. I'm pretty sure at most of them, all of the ones so far, we've paid them more though. What deck got third? Vayu? Yeah, so first place was Frogs, second place was Blackwings, third place was Vayu, fourth place was Glads, and then the other ones were 5 through 8. Recommend any locals in Vegas? People's Card Shop on Friday nights is the only Edison locals as of right now. Lately, they've been getting better pricing, so I've been considering going. I think they've been having like ultimate rare Edison cards for pricing, which is pretty good. So the more pricing they get, the better pricing they get, the more I'm going to consider going. But yeah. This Friday, Ulti Plague. There you go. There's a relinquished turbo deck that went 6-2, kind of nuts. That's crazy. That would be cool to see. So 2 homies who traveled together get paired round 1. Then both were given a game loss for having cards in their calculator cases when not a single player in that match complained about it. That's insane. You'll be in Vegas next weekend for a concert? Sick. Who are you going to see? It's sad we're stuck with modern time rulings because of Upper Deck. I don't know if it's because of Upper Deck. If you pop 0 face down in Edison, it doesn't trigger? Yes, Total Gone. Jesus fucking Christ. That's why you book 0 in X Sabers, then Bryonic bounce it. It doesn't trigger. What's up, Damien? There's a modern judge in your local group that knows the Edison rulings. In the rare case he doesn't, he looks it up. That's what I'm saying. But like they can't look, they're like not allowed to look it up for some reason. Is Def not an Upper Deck thing? Yeah, it's a Konami thing. They were OCG cards as well. It was bullshit. That's crazy. Specifically, the Vegas locals are Friday. Sign-ups start at 5 at 5:55. Tourney starts at 6. Hashtag stop Totagon hate. Hashtag stop Totagon cat meow. I know, he's fucking meowing. I don't know why. Bruh. He just wants to give his opinion on this Gladiator Beast list because he's in it. He had his Rescue Cat cameo. Don't forget to check out Adrian with Cards, by the way. Give him some love on covering these deck profiles and getting the high quality coverage from that boy. All right, what are we talking about? Oh, this list. We need this list. We need the Christopher list. This is a speculation. We don't know if this is the exact list. Why aren't they allowed to look up the rulings? Because the sites are not owned by Konami. The sites where the rulings are hosted. So the judges, so they can't pay the judges, or they can't like require the judges to look up their. Most of the judges still do, but some of them don't. If your deck is in fully Korean and Japanese as well, can you use the cards for RBET if it happens in the States? IJ and Atago. It depends on the RBET. Some of them are Konami sanctioned, so I don't want to get the stores in trouble. But if it's not Konami sanctioned, then yes, you absolutely can use a fully Korean and Japanese deck. As long as the backs are all the same, you absolutely can do that. And also have translation cards, which shouldn't be an issue. Did they stream the top 8? No, unfortunately, they didn't cover the most exciting thing that happened this weekend. In Korea, most of your tournaments allow OCG and TCG as long as the decks are fully in the same language. I think that's the decision I'm looking to move towards for non-sanctioned RBETs in the future. Because I think that as long as the card backs are all the same and the card stock is all the same, then there's no chance at foul play. They recorded finals. I ain't trying to watch that. I ain't trying to watch that finals. Probably get lost in the backlog. Yeah. I ain't trying to watch that finals. That finals made me and I don't think they're gonna release that finals because it ended in time. And that's a bad look for the game. I don't know if this is his exact list, by the way. But this is the general list. It had Reasoning, Stratos, and Dasher. Which makes a lot of sense because Reasoning can mill Amarillis because Amarillis can't be special summoned except by its own effect. So that's really cool. And then you have a really wide variety of levels ranging from 1 to 8. So reasoning is very often going to hit. I would never use anything but the original TCG arts for any of the cards. He's only on 1 hidden armory. That would make sense. Kinda. I don't know. What was he playing then? Was he playing Miracle Fusion? I think someone mentioned he was playing 1 Miracle Fusion. Dasher is crazier if 1-for-1 is in. Yeah, I agree. But 1-for-1 only has 1 target that we know of. We don't know what his list was on, but he was on 3 of these. I don't know if he was playing Miracle Fertilizer at all. He was definitely playing Reasoning. This is like someone took a Carpath deck and like made it good. It's like actually fucking cooked. Ultimate Time Wizard prize is better than Modern, but it's all allocated to first place, and that's not counting the fact that you get to go to Worlds in Modern, the prizes that come from that alone. Yeah. I think the prizing for both is bad. I don't know what to tell you guys. The RBET prizing is like significantly better than the Ultimate Time Wizard prizing. Someone said 1 Miracle mained. Yeah, I don't know if he was maining 1 Miracle or not. Prizing for both sucks. Prizing for RBET doesn't suck, but prizing for Nats and for Ultimate Time Wizard both sucked by a lot. Like, they're just fucking objectively terrible prized events. Carpath created a tier 1 deck out of thin air. He does do that, doesn't he? He did create the Amarillis deck. Imagine Ultimate Time Wizard Edison Worlds. It's called RBT Rulers. Totogon. Playtest RL says, Keegan, we missed you. I missed you guys too. I was in the mountains, communing with nature, communing with the real Amarillis. I had to do some soul searching this weekend. RBT Australia when? Dude, I would love for that shit. It's just not realistic. It wouldn't make any money. It would actually lose me a lot of money. But I would love to do that. If it was like fully funded by someone, I would fucking do it in a heartbeat. The problem is like the margins for RBET are so tight because we stack the fuck out of the prizing. Like, we actually care about the prizing. We actually care about the players. So the margins are really tight. We got to get sponsors. We do. I'm not very sponsor friendly, but we got to get some. If there was like a sleeve company or something like that, like something perfect for this. Yggdrasil is a great sponsor of the RBETs. I love Yggdrasil. I also love Yggdrasil because I just genuinely love their products. So it's like, it's a perfect fit. Like, I would hate to plug a product that I don't personally use. I reached out to Dragon Shield, but they said they weren't looking to work with anyone at the time. I may hit them up again if I can get a hold of Dragon Shield. Yeah, Bravdar says, yeah. See if you can get Dragon Shield. I would love to get Dragon Shield, but the last time I talked to them, they weren't looking for anyone new to add to their roster, so we'll see though. Dragon Shield would probably be like a product that I would not mind plugging because I personally use them. So it's like, I wouldn't feel like I'm doing you guys a disservice or whatever. You imagine a lot of RBTs are in the red? Actually, none of them have been. They're all... The online ones are in the red. But the in-person ones have all been done at a profit. They're just tight margins. But I would not run an RBT if it was in the red. They're all done at a profit. So, I want to prove that the model that you can have a stream and you can have a good prizing and you can have a really good event with like quality judges and a good atmosphere. I want to prove that you can do that at a profit. And that's a large part of what RBET is for me, is like making sure that other people see it successful and they want to recreate it. And then there's more events and the players stay winning. And that's exactly what's happened. I mean, even Konami has copied the RBETs. The Ultimate Time Wizards Edison events are basically just RBETs because they realize that you can run these events at a profit. Unfortunately, they're doing like bigger margins for themselves, and they're eating into the pricing quite a bit. But it is what it is. They book bigger venues, and I know those bigger venues cost a lot of money. So I'm sure it's like here or there, but they make a lot of money off the Ultimate Time Wizard event. Like they print like 3 styrofoam cards. That does not cost them 500 players entry fees. Let's be real. And if they're already booking the hall for the Nats event, it's just a huge cash flow for them. Are Dragon Shield my favorite sleeves? I haven't found ones that I like better, but I'm open to suggestion. I think that Dragon Shield makes a quality product. We love the shareholders. Support Ultimate Time Wizard Kappa. Playtest IRL says so true. What are you saying so true about? Are you saying so true about like they're a small indie company? Yeah, small indie multi-billion-dollar company. Tabletop says KMC Hypermat best sleeves. I've never tried them. You love how grassroots the Edison scene is? It reminds me a ton of the Melee scene. I modeled it a lot after that, and I continue to model it after the Melee scene. That's why I cannot stress when you post a top 4 video to put the player's name in the title and to build up storylines around players, because that's what Melee did, and that's what's kept the game alive for decades, is because it's storylines behind players. It's player first, then deck, then strategy, then whatever. It's player first. I think player first is important. Focusing on the personality of the duelist. Everybody has their favorite player that they like to root for and watch for. There's like 6 content creators that compete regularly, possibly even more. And they're all uploading their own stories, playing the game. So did Top 8 get a hamster mat? Yeah, that's what they got. The same as an 8-man pod. That's what Top 8 got. Personally, you feel like the top 2 options for sleeves are katanas or Dragon Shield dual mats. I don't use dual mat anything. I need to see my cards. I don't like mat fronts. You're surprised they got a mat? That's hilarious. It's sad how the Melee scenes treats Hungrybox. I don't think it's that sad. I think that guy makes a bunch of money. He's a millionaire. He's fine. You won your pod with X-Sabers? Giga Chad. Were you playing the Totogon list playtest? Or were you playing a different list? Edison documentary when? I would love to do that. Who are the 5 Edison gods? There's more than 5. I think if you had to pick, it's like changed over time. In the first era, there was like 2 really good players that were like topping everything, and then like in the second era, like Dimitri's good. Yeah, Dimitri Pro Storm are like 2 of the top players for me because they won RBT rulers and because they just like top everything they enter. I think HT19, there's a great argument for him being an Edison god. Karpath is, I don't know if he's one of the gods, but he's like, it's different in Yu-Gi-Oh and in Melee, because like in Melee, like gods and innovators are kind of one and the same, but the in Yu-Gi-Oh there's like a distinct difference between like innovators and deck builders and like players. Like there are some people who are really good players that just don't deck build, and then there are people who are like really good deck builders that are like kind of shitty players. So it's like kind of like there's like a pretty distinct difference there. You tried Totogon's list in Ultimate Time Wizard, and then you played your list and won. Giga Chad. Dragon Shield had quality issues a couple years ago. He switched to white katanas. I don't know. All my shit is sleeved in Dragon Shield. I haven't had a problem. Dimitri is a god, but you would never copy his lists. I agree. Like, Dimitri's a fucking terrible deck builder, but he's like one of the best players. I think he's like one of the worst. Is Mango the Jeff Jones of Melee? No, Mango is the E3 Yu-Gi-Oh of Melee. Technical play seems easier to remedy as opposed to deck building. It's just 2 different schools of thought. They go hand in hand in a lot of ways. Next Nats, you got to win a pot with fairies. It's one of your main decks, only main decks you haven't. How are you gonna win one with KFC but not fairies? Facts. Playtest slide me your saber list. Check out Playtest IRL on YouTube if you want to see his saber list. I'm sure he's posted it there. Here, I'll pull him up. Where's he at? Play test IRL. The cool thing about Edison is the content creators. I think that there's a lot of really cool content creators. Playtest IRL being one of my favorites. He just does like great coverage. Check him out. He just posted Swagger's first place assault mode deck. Yeah. You love Carpath? I love Carpath too. You know how you didn't run into playtest? Sad. There's a lot of people there. I mean, like, I didn't realize how many people were gonna go, or I might have like prioritized going, cause I had like, I didn't have cell signal this weekend, and then when I like got back to cell signal, I had like 300 messages like, where the fuck are you? And I was like, oh, I probably should have gone this weekend. My phone like blew up and it like gave me a panic attack, and I was like, oh, probably should have gone. You beat Masha round 3. Oh shit. Yeah. Let's see. Bummed that James Ark couldn't make it. I suppose. You really only saw Frazier. There were so many people in the venue, it was hard to find anyone. Yeah, I could see that. We talked for a little with Braun. A lot of times you deck build, you think what the reason to play this card and this worked great for you. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Masha's really good. Masha's one of the best players in the game right now. She's top 8, or she like got second, was it like second place at an RBT or something like that? She's really, really strong. Edison community be kind of hyped too when it comes to YouTube. Your jankly filmed zombie cat list from 2 months ago still drips in views from time to time. Yeah, dude, like, I am really proud of the space I've created for that has a demand for YouTube videos regarding Edison format. You're sad Rick didn't win. He's been in the top 4 the last 3 Ultimate Time Wizard. Rick was the Value Turbo player, right? That's tough. That's tough. Better luck next time. I don't know. Top 4 is pretty good. He got a prize. That's about as good as it's gonna get in one of those fucking events. It's getting in the top 3. People do be gobbling up lists, and by people you mean you? Yes, exactly. Yeah. He was playing Hero Beat deck the last few times and he switched to Vayu. I think he needs to high roll a little bit harder. I think he needs to play. I mean, Vayu got him to 3rd, but I think he needs to play something a little bit more high roll. Something that can OTK like crazy. Like Diva Hero. What's Mog Face? It means you have a nice jawline. Basically. That's hilarious. I need to shave. I like rushed back into town so I could like get a video out regarding this shit. And my face is all prickly. Anyway. Really cool event. Really stacked top 8. A lot of great players. Very happy for Hector. Again, repeat success for the GOAT. And really excited to see Christopher Leonard Lindsay's list. When it comes out, I'm sure it's going to go viral as fuck. Playtest IRL says Keegan is very handsome. When I'm not trapped in a back room sweating my ass off for 3 days in a row, I'm okay looking. I'll give you that. But I wouldn't say very handsome. We need to get swole. Playtest IRL and I are going to get fucking shredded. This summer. Wait, summer's almost over. This winter, Playtest IRL and I are going to get fucking jacked. It's going to be the Playtest X E3 workout stream. And we're just going to do like vertical workout videos. Can we have a stream where you see my face cam? I only stream my face for RBTs. Is there a confirmed venue for RBT New York? Yes. The address on the sign-up sheet is the venue. It's currently being put together, but it should be done by like the end of the month. So, yeah. And it's a pretty good spot, and I've got confirmation that it's pretty lit. I don't live anywhere near New York, so I can't like check it out, but I heard it's gonna be a vibe. We're gonna do like a fucking. We're gonna do calisthenics workout. Where's the tweet of the guy who broke the deadlift record shouting out Edison? Oh yeah, dude. HM4. What is it? HM4. That's my goat. That's my goat. He's hella good. He's just hella good at lifting weights. You trust Matt? I also trust Matt. Matt's been a huge help for putting together RBET New York. He's been a great guy, and I hope it comes together. That's all of these RBETs are just like high risk. I hope this works shit, and this one sounds like it's gonna work. So I'm vibing. I think it's gonna be a great event. I think that one's gonna be great. I think Maryland, which is in 2 weeks now? If you haven't already signed up for Maryland, sign up now. Get signed up. Thoughts on the Monster Mash list from Italy? It looks fucking crazy. It looks crazy. I think it looks fun. It looks like a list that MBT posted. Excellent at picking things up and putting them down for predetermined amounts of time. Based, yes. Is Hero Frog still tier 1? I think so. I think it's a fine deck. It's probably low tier 1. It's probably like the bottom of tier 1. But I think so, yeah. How many players have signed up for Maryland already? Probably in the ballpark of 150 to 200. I don't have the exact number for you because I don't have the back end of the FGG site. But the last I talked to them, it was in that ballpark. So you want to be in the first 200, because if you're not in the first 200, then we have to get additional venue space, and I think that they said that in order to make it work, we might have to increase the entry fee by like a few dollars after 200 entrants. So you want to be in the first 200 to enter. So if you haven't already entered, enter now. It'll save you a few dollars, basically. It's just like better for us if we know how many people are going to be there. What do I think about the draw trap stuff in a Gigavice deck? I think you're going to draw into your Giga Plants and want to punch the ceiling. So, that's that. I don't know. I think it'd be fine in like an Amarillis deck, though. Seems pretty strong in Amarillis, actually. Because you have a lot of like power spells, especially with the reasoning. Yeah, it seems pretty strong. I love seeing Lord Poison. I think that that's just like really strong. Man, this deck list looks so fucking cool. I think I might send this. So a little bit of a spoiler alert. All right, who's with me? You guys want to hear some sauce, some stuff that is up and coming? So, I'm going to a 3v3 this upcoming weekend. And I'm going to play in an Edison 3v3 at Collectible Exchange. And I'm not sure what deck I'm going to play, but the more I look at this deck, the more I kind of want to play it. It's got the stuff that I was playing in my last plant deck, and now I have the common Titanials. So, I'm like a dasher away from being able to play this deck. This looks very fun. I'm between this and like X-Sabers, maybe Fairies, maybe Christia Sworn. I'm not really sure. I'm going to talk to my teammates about it, and we're going to figure it out together. We're going to figure out what deck I should play. I want to play something cool, though. I don't want to play something kind of known. He says Speed Duel Secret Dasher incoming. Speed Duel was discontinued. I don't think they're doing any more Speed Duel stuff, are they? Seeing Ultimate Offering more might offset drawing Gigaplant. Draw traps into Ultimate Offering is like one of the slowest ways to play the game. But you're not wrong. It just seems like there's probably better ways to get to Lone Fire. Dash already has a speed duel secret. Oh, say less. Yeah, I like to play the Garnets, like Dasher, Titanial. I like to play them in common rarity. Because if they're foil, I draw them too much. I don't know why. They like stick together. I also haven't played that Blizzard Dragon deck. But yeah, I don't know. More money makes him clingy. Yeah, facts. I don't know what I'm going to play. What do you guys think I should play this weekend? Let's see. Options. 3v3 options. I've got dragons built. I can play that. I've got... I can play fairies or Christius Horn. Blackwing's Pog. I don't have Blackwing's built. I could play Sabers because I finally finished it. If it gets here in time, I ordered some of the cards for it. And I could play Titanial or Amarillis. I could play probably one of these four or something I would play. Iron Wall Flamvel. Oh, that would be fun, wouldn't it? I love Flamvel. I wish it was good. It's not, though. Wands Water Deck. No, I don't have those cards. I don't have Substitutes. You have Sabers? Yeah, I could play Sabers. Fishborg Frogs? I'd rather play Sabers. If I'm on a combo, I'm going to play Sabers. I don't really like Fishborg decks. I'm going to be real. I think this card is fine. But I don't think it's like... It's not very fun. It's kind of fun. Alright, is Fishborg Blaster fun? We're going to ask right now. Start a poll. Are Fishborg decks fun? Question mark. We're starting the poll. I'm actually curious what you guys think. Because I don't know. I'm thinking about Formula Frogs. Formula Frogs was kind of cool. But Coelacanth deck is not that fun. I think the Coelacanth deck is really frustrating. It's frustrating to both to play, and it's just like mono Garnets. I think Combo Frogs is cringe, and that's a Fishborg deck. I think Frog FTK is cringe, like in later formats. Turbo Rocket Frogs doesn't play Fishborg, does it? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I just think, like, dude, I'm gonna fucking Fishborg and I'm gonna get DD Crowed. This shit starts a chain, right? You can discard one card, special summon. Yeah, it starts a chain. I knew that. I swear I knew that. You can tell I don't play with this card that often. I'm just gonna get DD Crowed. I'm gonna be like, well, fuck me. I don't want to play this game anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna fucking get DD Crowed, and I'll be like, all right, cool, great. Now I have a fucking Swap Frog on my field and a fucking Desh Frog on my field. What is that card? Desh Frog? Just fucking 1900 vanilla. God, this card fucking sucks. I'm just gonna be sitting there with my Swap Frog and my Death Frog, and I'm be down a card in my hand because I tried to bring back my Fishborg, and I'm just like, just use Called By on their DD Crow. Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna be like, wow, all right, this fucking sucks. And like, there's no great way to get this guy in the graveyard. You have to hard draw it. And he's like a shitty plague. He's like a worse plague. I don't know how to say it. It's like a worse plague. It's like slightly better, but slightly worse. It sucks to draw, but you have to draw it. There's no way to get it to the grave. You have to draw it. You can't send it with Swap Frog, so you have to draw into it. Ugh. I don't want to draw this card. I don't think I want to play a Frog deck. I'm going to be real. I think the Frog deck's just like brick, like crazy. 1-for-1? Yeah, you could 1-for-1 it, I guess. Whatever the fucking guy's list, the first place guy, Bronte, just copy his list. Or copy the list from EU. They have ways to get to Fishborg in that list. I think it's like 1-for-1 and Foolish and shit, but I don't know. I'd rather if I'm resolving 1-for-1, if I'm resolving this card, there's only one monster I want to summon, and that's Ragigura. And then there's only one other monster I want to summon, and that's Cyber Valley. If I'm not summoning one of those two cards with my 1-for-1, I don't want to play it. I don't want to fucking do it. Just play Amarillis. Yeah, I think Amarillis might be the vibes. Play Pudding Fairy? No, I think his list sucks. No offense. It's like worse than my Christius Horn list. I don't think I would play Pudding Fairy. It's like so many fucking normal summons. It makes me want to. It has the same issue that Vayu Turbo has for me, except it's like has a better payoff. 1-for-1 summon Evil Thorn. What's Pudding Fairy? It's like Christius Horn without JDs. And it plays like Dimensional Alchemist. It's not like a bad list by any means. I just would rather, if I'm gonna play Christius Horn, I'm gonna play JD. Like, I fucking love Judgment Dragon. You know what I mean? What's up, Goatsart? How you doing? Yeah, I'll figure it out. I think the Dragon deck's pretty sweet, but who knows? I'm going to talk to my teammates. They'll tell me what they think I should play. I think one of them told me that I should play Christia deck. And I might play a Christia deck. Who knows? I ordered a bunch of common Christias so I can play them. I also ordered some Gold Sarks. I don't know why, but I just wanted to play with Gold Sark. Gold Sark doesn't go in any of these decks except Dragons. Worried about people playing GBs. I'm never really worried about GBs, but unfortunately, like, I should be worried about people playing GBs, because the last tournament I went to, I played an not an Amarillis deck. I played a Titanial Turbo deck, and I got paired against GBs, and I was just like, dude, fuck me. Like, that matchup is not fun. And I lost a Secutor attack, like, game 2, game 3, or whatever. No, it wasn't game 2, game 3. I lost game 1 because I didn't decide. I won game 2, and then I lost game 3 to Secutor attack. You learned how to play that one frog combo deck from a year ago. I haven't yet been able to bring it to locals because we were lacking enough players. I think if my locals had like 5 people and one of them played frog combo, I also wouldn't want to go. If you want to grow your locals, play a different deck. Fucking shit, obviously. Your last 2 rounds at Nats were all GBs. You mentioned that, yeah. I think Dragons beats the fuck out of GBs, so I could just play Dragons. I don't know, though. That's a tricky one. Dragons, fairies. None of these are really speaking to me. Except that fucking new Amarillis deck. That looks clean. I've got to check that shit out. I need to find a list. Or I need to, like, build a list and practice with it. What about Dragon's Horn? Oh, that could be fun, too. Dragonlance Horn could be fun. You won 2 and you lost to the top 4 guy round 9. Brutal. You said you were playing Twilight, right, Frozen Soul? Do you have your list? Do you want to share it with us? Goatsar says be basic and play Blackwings. I don't own the cards. I would if I owned the cards. I just don't. I have like half of a Blackwing deck. I gave a lot of the cards away. I actually don't own a lot of cards. I think that's like... I own some cool cards, but... It's not like... Like, cards to me are more like sentimental treasures, not like I don't have like a huge collection with like a vault of decks that I can play. Like, I'm kind of working on that. You're on the road at the moment, and don't worry about it. I'm probably gonna end stream soon anyway. I'm fucking tired. It's been a long ass weekend. Yeah. But it's been good, you know. It's been good. It's been good. Good shit. That's what's cool. I think it's the future. I think Edison format is the future. I think it's going to keep growing. What's up, Connor? Relatively small collection, you feel? You built 4 decks that were based and called it. Yeah, I think that's what's up. You just got here. Do I need a deck for the 3v3 in LA? It's not in... Is it in LA? It's in Rancho. I think it's at Collectible Exchange. The only spicy things in the list, to be honest, you cited 2 Thunder King and you cited Possessed Dark Soul. Oh, cool. Very cool. 43 card main. That's insane. What compelled you to do that, Frozen Soul? I actually want to know. As long as you're not driving and you can type, why did you play 43 cards? Why do people play more than 40? I don't understand it. I don't get it. Like, what is the reasoning behind it? I feel like there's 40 good cards you can play. Let's hope this 3v3 doesn't end up like Vegas. Yeah, right. No, this one's going to be good. It's a homie 3v3, so it's going to be good. A team of Blackwing players. That'd be funny. When is the 3v3? I think it's on Saturday, but it's in Southern California. It's like a 3-hour drive away from It's the 27th at Collectible Exchange, I believe. 41 in any deck with Titanial. Why? You're just gonna draw your good cards less, and you're gonna draw Titanial just about the same amount. You know. Those hands where you draw Titanial in your 41 card deck, you're gonna want to punch yourself. You're like, bruh, why? Why did I play 41 just to draw Titanial anyway? Oh shit. I'm getting a message from him. Whoever just texted me, if you're watching this, I'll build one out of my own cards. Don't worry about it. I really appreciate you offering though. But I don't think I'm gonna build something that I don't own just because I'm not gonna be comfortable with the cards. I'm not gonna understand like how the cards handle basically because I don't play with those cards that frequently. I guess I might even just run it back and run the fucking Future Fusion Quick Draw deck again. I think that deck is gas. Bryce, that's a bait post. You also never... 43 main got you 15th. We take those. What did you get for 15th exactly? Did you get, What did you get? Not to be a dick. I'm kicking him while he's down. I'm kicking Frozen Soul while he's down. I love you, Frozen Soul. I don't mean it. I'm not breaking in 9 rounds is pretty awesome, though. That's pretty fucking good. You wanted to fit Mirror Force, Threatening Roar, and Trap Dust Shoot. Oh, you just add him. Okay. Fucking, they should have paid you out, bro. They should have given you a bag. They should have given you something. Given you your fucking entry back. God, that's so frustrating. I'd be so mad. I'd be so mad. Dude, I know I would get 9th and I'd be like, I You got the clout. Hey, that's true. That's pretty sick. Yeah, getting the YouTube video does feel pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Paper Blue Eyes, Matt. That's pretty fire. I don't know. The highest placing Lightsworn list was 15th. Wow, really? That's crazy. Fell off plus ratio. Yeah, no Lightsworn. That's crazy. I think Lightsworn does pretty well into some of these decks. Like, maybe not Glads. Okay, Lightsworn does pretty bad against Glads and Blackwing. I think it does alright. Yeah, no. I think Lightsworn beats Amarillis, Vayu, and Frogs. I'm not sure about Diva Hero. That's probably just like a sack fest. But Diva Hero probably has the edge. I feel like dad decks are just more consistent. Anyway. Ultimate Time Wizard is way too narrow. Top 8 cut is so unfair. I think it's fine. I'm like of the minority that doesn't really care about the top 8 cut. I care more about like the stupid time rules and like the like keeping time in top 8 is dumb. I think if you're gonna cut to top 8, like don't keep time, like just to have them play their matches out. Or just use different rulings. And then I think having specific judges for Edison matters more. And then also pay out the top 8. Don't give them a fucking mat. That is disrespectful. Imagine giving a top 4 Ultimate Time Wizard player a hamster mat and patting him on the back. Like, that's fucking lame. You know how fucking lame? That is so fucking lame. I would be fucking pissed. Like, imagine having to play out a 3rd, 4th match. You have to play an extra match just to get a fucking mat. That's so... Oh, I'd be so mad. I'd be so mad. You know what I mean? You played Gadgets, Blackwings, Gigabytes, 3x Hero, 3x GBs in that order. 3x Hero Frog, 3x GBs. Lightsworn, I think, beats up on Hero Frog. Blackwings and GBs were probably your hardest matchups. They got a bunch of tickets. Yeah, but what good is a bunch of tickets late Sunday, especially now that you can't even sell your tickets? You have to hold them. You know what I mean? Like what good is that? Yeah, the cloth UDS Black Rose mat would be sick. Yeah, they should at least give him a cool mat. Like, not the same mat that everybody... Like, give him a pick of their prize wall mat. Like, what's the difference? It's the same ink. You know what I mean? It costs them the same to print a rare mat than it does a fucking hamster mat. You 2-0 Blackwing in 10 minutes? You must have opened the fucking nuts. That's crazy. He even opened the die roll with Dashu. That's crazy. Alright, boys. I'm fucking tired. I've had a long weekend. You guys have had a long weekend. We're going to be testing a lot of decks this week. We're going to be covering a lot of stuff. Maybe you get a video with Swagger tomorrow. And, yeah, thanks for making this the best shit ever. Go check out the other guys who posted videos and show them some love. Subscribe to their channels. You know the vibes. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.